Hi everyone, my name's MadMatt Lugos. Welcome back to Outer Wilds. So, wilds? So, last time, we finally met Solomon. We figured out how to get to the North Pole of the Quantum Moon, and we met a real-life Nomai who, due to some sort of quantum mess, is still alive in some way. She explained a bunch of stuff about the eye of the universe, about how you can't really get there, how the quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon, and how the eye of the universe is likely made from the same matter as the moon, or the moon is made of the same matter as the eye of the universe, and it kind of absorbed some of it in the same way that other objects on planets take on quantum properties if they're around the stuff for too long. And yeah, I was a bit lost. I have an idea of what to do. I have been playing the game. I played the game for like 2-3 hours, just testing things out. I took the dead Nomai vessel warp core to the black hole forge to see if I could put it in and fix it. That didn't work. I had a lot of looks around the Ash Twin for the Ash Twin project. I still can't really figure it out. I'm going to be going back there. But just on the off chance that I do figure it out, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going to talk to everyone for one last time. And one of you told me that I need to go and talk to Solomon one last time because I can combine the blue things. No, they don't have to be with the explain and identify ones as well. So we can get a bit of extra dialogue from Solomon. So we're just going to have a little chat with everyone after we eat this marshmallow. Give me that. Hey, Ryback. Yes. Yeah, been out there a while. Can I ask you something? I learned something, mate. Now, we've got a lot that we can ask, that we can tell him. Let's start with something big. So, I found the vessel. You did? That's incredible. Congratulations. That means they really were from outside our solar system. Yes, I knew it. But that creates so many new questions. They didn't come from our solar system. Where did they come from? Are they from our galaxy or somewhere even farther? What were their lives like before they came here, and why did they come here? Hey, I might not be much of an astronaut, but I'm really glad I came out here to see the Nomai's artifacts for myself, and thanks for telling me about the vessel, I mean. I learned something else. I don't know how much of this we've already asked him, but let's just go through it all. I saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe. The settlement is still standing, but there it is. Really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timberhar. You know, somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I saw the Hanging City. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? No, sorry. Was it amazing? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes more sense to a Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. I saw the Sunless City on the Ember Twin. You mean there's another Nomai city inside of Ember Twin? That's incredible. The whole city, and I had no idea it existed. This is great. How did they keep the sand out? If it were me, I'd be nervous about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh. The Nomai sure were ingenious, building an entire settlement underground, the Sunless City. Wow, that means there were two groups of Nomai, one that lived on Ember Twin and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. But they must have travelled around the solar system since Nomai writing can be found on other planets too. They certainly did, Ryback. They certainly did. Yeah, quantum pilgrimage. Pilgrimage to the quantum moon. Nomai mentioned a quantum moon in a lot of their writing, so it was clearly special to them, and special enough to make a trip there by themselves. Sounds like a coming-of-age ritual, like how hatchlings stay hatchlings until their stomachs are strong enough to drink sap wine. Maybe once the Nomai journeyed to the quantum moon, they were considered an adult. Yeah, so I was thinking how the Harthians survived in their unevolved form when the interloper would have set off, would have killed all, because I'm presuming the interloper is what killed all of the Nomai, right? So I wonder if it was because the Harthian core is made of that thick material and it protected them, which is why the Nomai were making the Ash Twin project from the materials they found on Timberhar. I went to the interloper. Oh wow, that's how the Nomai died. That's really sad, isn't it? I know it was a long time ago, but still, stars above, it's lucky we hadn't evolved to live on land yet. To think if the comet hadn't killed them, our species might have coexisted in this solar system. That would have been amazing. But I guess if I hadn't wanted to learn why the Nomai disappeared, I'd never have left Timberhearth and come out here, or had any of these adventures. Don't get me wrong, space is terrifying, but you know, it has its moments. Yeah, I talked to a real Nomai. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I'm very excited for you though. Please stop yelling. What? On the Quantum Moon, you said? There's a sort of living Nomai on the Quantum Moon. Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, wow. Wow. This is the best thing that's ever happened in the history of Outer Wilds Ventures. I can't believe you talked to an actual Nomai. Great. So I just have to go back into space, fly to the Quantum Moon with zero visibility, find a spooky ruin, and travel through a few different types of dangerous terrain to get there. Okay, yeah, that's not so bad. That's probably doable. I love Rybeck, man. He's kind of my favourite. Never mind, dude. See you, Rybeck. It's been emotional, buddy. Check out my parking, guys. Alright, so next we could go and talk. Who should we talk to next? Let's go and talk to Gabbro. Talk to Feldspar and Chert. Well, as long as I don't scare Chert again, because I scared them last time, right? Gabbro's probably not going to be bothered about anything we tell him. Oh, there's the Quantum Moon. I don't know, if we go and talk to Solanum now though, like I can't get off with my ship, so I'll save that until last. The first time I tried to land on the Quantum Moon with my own ship early in the playthrough, and I flew through it, it was because I hadn't taken a picture of it, which I have realised now. Gabbers. One other thing that I did, guys, I also wrote the coordinates for the Eye of the Universe down in as many different ways as possible because I thought the writing might be backwards, and I went and tried all of them and none of it worked because we need some sort of warp core that I have no idea where it is. Heavy gravity here. Hey, Gabbro. Really hoping we don't get hit by a tornado while we're here. Hey, buddy. A few loops ago, a cyclone came by and tossed my little island into space. Dying like that was kind of unpleasant. Yeah, I found something, mate. Nice. What you got for me? I've reached the inside of Statue Island. So the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. You think the statues are recording our memories then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. Memory friend. Found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa. That's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop. For real. Did you figure out why? Yeah, too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised the Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word because it looks like the orbital probe cannon's still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. I found your quantum poem. We might have already talked through this. Oh yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It worked out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make up some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just like shows up while your back is turned and scares the daylights out of you. Yeah, nice chat, Gabbro. can't pretend like if it was me in this scenario, I probably wouldn't be doing what Gabbro's doing and not what we're doing. I did manage to find a glitch because I did go and see Solanum again on one of my while I was trying to figure this what to do next, and I managed to get Solanum's ship to appear at the sick location, but when I tried to fly out of the atmosphere, it just spat me out, and yeah, I just ended up flying through space with no ship. So let's see if I can remember how to get to Feldspar. See what disconcerting message he's got for us. And I did talk to Hornfels at one point, and I told him about Feldspar. And he said he was going to send someone to go and get him, actually. So I don't know what else we can tell him besides that we've been to the core of Giant's Deep. Yeah, Feldspar. I realise this is going to take us to the Little Seed. Then we have to follow the signals. Really hope I don't get eaten. I got eaten several times on my way back to the vessel because I was impatiently trying to get through. But I wouldn't wait long enough after I floated past. I think this is the one. I think we got lucky, guys. Yeah, we got lucky. Right, now I believe I don't have to park my ship if I'm following your instructions right, guys. Hey, Feldspar. Put me up with some gravity. There we go. Whoa! Where'd you come from? Yes, yes, yes. Let me guess. Anglerfish. Yeah, you got it in one. Kind of hard not to once you've seen those fish up close and impersonal like. Well, I'll take a load off and refill your oxygen tank, hatchling. There's plenty of fire to go around. Yes, I found something. Went to the core of Giant's Deep. So you figured out the old tornado trick, did you? Good work. I found that bit out by accident, but let's keep that between you and me, hey? Hornfels would have my very handsome head if they knew I'd been riding the cyclones again. A ship's fragile, it can break. You can't subject it to extreme conditions. Not like I was flying the thing into the sun now, was I? And the jellyfish, you figured those out too? Hatchling, I tell you what, you done real well for yourself. You're a fine astronaut, sure, but you might just become a pilot yet. Found the frozen jellyfish. Ha! The old thing's still there, is it? That's where I first camped out after the crash, you know. It was pretty cozy inside. It does lack the structural integrity and indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that tried to eat you, I suppose. Still, very cozy. I kind of want to read him in like a really posh kind of World War II, BBC accent, like just like Stephen Fry in Blackadder Goes Forth, if you know what that reference is. I think we've asked him this. That's bad business, actually. As Chert will tell you, you so much glance in Dark Bramble's direction. There used to be a fifth planet where Bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the centre and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed, you found sorted real quick like. I suspect Timber Hearth will be heading towards the same fate, and I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. And the last one... Anglerfish are blind. Aha! So the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach to dealing with them could have used a bit more thought behind it. Ah well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well, eh, hatchling? Alright, that's all we're going to get out of Feldspar. We told him about getting to the core. That was pretty much all the new information we had. Right, so we'll go and talk to Chert. Which way is out? Bingo. Oh no. There aren't any anglerfish in his seed. Is that him again? How have I gotten this lost? Yeah, the flickering light is his ship. And that's him. Great, now I can't get out. Wow, we can't even pick up the distress beacon. How is there not a way out of here? I swear I've gotten out of here before. You really have to leave through the vine. Well, man, I'm gonna have to restart the loop. Alright, we need to go to the twins anyway, right? Okay. Showed a slightly more gruesome death there. Yeah, so I don't know, but I can't think of anything else than I've not figured something out on the Ash Twin planet itself yet. That's what we need to do to figure all this out. I've kind of looked over all the towers, and obviously each tower leads to somewhere, but there's one bit that doesn't do anything, and that. So we have the twin towers that represent the hourglass twins, and one of them takes us back to the Ember Twin, but the other one doesn't work, or when you try and use it, you just get sucked up by the cyclone because the ceiling's gone. And I don't know how we're supposed to use it though. That's the thing. But it might be something to do with that. But I don't know. I feel like it's more likely to be to do with the power. To do with the power stations, but it just doesn't look like there's any way into either of them. So I'm not sure. Just gonna have to have a little more of an explore. Just maybe need to inspect that the broken tower a bit. Okay, I've overshot quite considerably here. No, I didn't just use the autopilot. Where are you, Chert? Oh, we need to go talk to Solanum as well. So probably going to need to restart the loop again as well. Chert. Because, you know, just in case, because you know, I'm pretty sure I've done absolutely everything possible at this point, besides follow the probe. Chert, my friend. There you are. Let's try not scare them this time. Hey! I have questions for you. I found something. What scared him last time? The hidden planet? Oh no, the universe is dying, that's what scared him. I found Nomai writing about a hidden planet. How fascinating. It might interest you to know that the existence of an additional planet is entirely plausible. If you look at the physics of our solar system, it would just have to be incredibly far out there, farther than Harthian ships would be able to travel. And honestly, we don't know all that much about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know, and as such, it's well within the realms of possibility such a planet exists. I found all my writing about the quantum moon. Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Certainly do. Who wouldn't wonder about the moon that's sometimes there and sometimes not? I've observed the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the sky altogether. Maybe there's another place it travels to. Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at these star charts. Sun station. Is that what's in orbit around the sun, then, do you think? This sun station? Quite clever of the Nomai to devise a way to study the sun up close and personal. It must have been tremendously difficult to construct and hot inside, I can only imagine. I wonder how they were able to travel back and forth from the sun station and the Hourglass Twins when the slightest slip-up would have meant a fiery death. Teleportation, buddy. I found modern Nomai yeah. This is going to spook him. You what? What? You mean to say there are modern Nomai out in other parts of space and they believe the universe, all of it, the whole thing is dying? Currently? Right now? If that's true, how could I have missed so many signs? The supernovae were there, but I've been studying the stars for... What does it matter if... Oh, I'm very sorry, but I have to look over my charts. I hope you don't mind. And that's what spooks him. Alright, so that's everyone, right? Chert, Gabbro, Feldspar, I've forgotten... Not Gabbro. Rybeck. Damn it, the moon was right there. So, now we just need to go talk to Solanum, and then that's everyone. Then we can start a fresh loop. You pesky quantum moon. Get these extra bit of dialogues. We're going to take a selfie with Solanum. Then we'll restart the loop and we'll head to the Ash Twin and try and get into the Ash Twin project. Ah! Don't do that to me. Alright. Okay, so the easiest way I find to get there is to go to the Giant's Deep version. You spin me. There we go. And then come back here. It's the easiest way I find. Perfect. Thank you. It's like the game can hear me. And then we head north. Solanum shit. Oddly enough. There we go. Then we head back to Timbaha. Nope. Nope. No. Thank you. Then we head north again. The exact center point is here, so we need to back off a little bit. There we go. How easy when you have the knowledge, right? Like a real scientist. We should have brought some marshmallows for Solomon. How rude of us. So it can't be some sort of time compression, because I feel like if it was like time compression, then Solomon would recognize us after we've been once. You know? Hello, my friend. How are you? Me. Apparently you can combine the blues as well, which I didn't realise, which I should have just messed with. Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It's my first time here. If you've come here looking for answers, I hope you find them. Okay, so there's going to be a certain amount of combinations for all these, right? So we've got me and the moon, me and the eye. Oh, this individual one's got stuff as well. Suppose you could reach the eye of the universe. Would you try to enter it? What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be? I don't know. But it has to... I don't know. Stay put. A conscious observer has to exist in one place consistently, maybe. Or me and you, buddy. Can we be friends, Solomon? We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend! Yes, Solomon, we are friends. We are best friends. So, Solomon and the Quantum Moon. Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end, so she's aware. Oh, I'll update the ship's log! Can kind of see a bit of it in the sky as well. When I came here off camera, like when you go back to the north. Many in my clan have believed that I called to us for a particular purpose. When I was a child, I used to believe that I was malevolent, to have lured my clan to the star system only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the eye anymore. In fact, it became my fondest hope to see the eye itself someday, but I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. Okay, the last thing we need to combine is the moon and the eye. I imagine you've noticed the quantum moon changes in appearance depending on which location it is currently orbiting. For instance, the moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant's Deep than it does when orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Because the quantum moon clearly changes in its different forms, the eye, being this moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. From this, we can hypothesize that the eye represents extreme changeability. That said, despite its malleable nature, quantum moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it is consciously observed. But what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye? I suppose, like, if Solanum has become a part of the moon, or this version of Solanum, and it's no longer Solanum, it's really like a weird replica of him that's actually that's actually quantum matter. And maybe that's what would happen when you enter the eye. You become like amalgamated, or you become a part of it. Hey! Me and my best friend. Oh, beautiful. Right, Solanum. I've got to go and find out how to finish everything, dude. Not dude. For God's sake, Matt. Right. Let me just backtrack a touch. Yeah, because if we go back up this way, whence we came, what the hell was that? Yeah, look. Look at that. It's like an intersection of something. See, something keeps appearing. Anyway. Let's get out of here, restart our loop. I'm coming in hot, Solanum. I'll see you in another life, Solanum, when we are both cats. Wonder if any of you know what film that's from, that quote. We will meet in another life when we are both cats. It's a terrible quote. Okay, we're going to meditate. And we're going to have to chill for a moment anyway, because we're going to have to let the sand come down off the Hourglass Twins for a bit. We just need to update the ship's log. Got something new about Solanum. We've already read, listened to it, but still. Yeah, I really can't think of anything else that's left to do besides the vessel and the Ash Twin project. I don't know if going inside the Ash Twin project makes us impervious to the time loop. Better living Nomai. The quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Solanum wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Solanum has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive. Alright. Now, if we do have to go back to the vessel at some point, it means we're going to have to deal with the fish. Really hope I don't mess that up. Hello there, Moon. Watching us. Oh, excuse me. It's quite late. Why am I going to Ember Twin? Oh, because there's nothing to do on Ash Twin for the time being. What should we do? We chill with Chert. I'll just have a little mess around with the moon locator. Go and chill with Chert for a bit. What time are we on? 35 minutes. Ah. How am I still tipping off the edge? Right. So, yeah. I feel like I went looking everywhere. I re-examined the high energy lab. I went back to the black hole forge with the broken core, warp core from the vessel to see if I could insert it. Nothing. What else did I do? I tried to land. I did actually. I succeeded in landing the Nomai spacecraft that's covered in ice on the Ash Twin. I landed it there from here. What else did I do trying to figure out what to do? I did tons of nonsense. I went back to the vessel multiple times. You know, messing around with different coordinates. I went back to the core on Giant's Deep to see if I'd missed something or if I could scan the coordinates or translate them. That didn't work. Like I said before, I wrote down all the different variants of the code for the coordinates because I thought it might be upside down or something, and that was the trick. That didn't work. So the solution has to be on the planet. It just has to be, and I feel like it's got something to do with that broken tower. I just haven't figured out what it does yet. So that's why I decided to record, because I feel like it has to be on there. It has to be on the planet somewhere. So, right. I've checked the energy stations thoroughly, like really thoroughly, and I just don't think that that's what it is. Now we could visit the sun station temporarily. Alright, where are all the towers? The sun station one should have appeared by now, right? Here are the twins. There's the cursed interloper. It's responsible for the death of the Nomai. Just suppose there's a fairly realistic way of how planets get damaged or species go extinct, right? A comet, a meteor. Like the dinosaurs. At least dinosaurs in our world, not in Death Stranding, right? Extinction entities. That's a spoiler. Ignore me. Okay, so the sun station doesn't have anything else in it, but if we stand on the warp pad for this one, we just get sucked up by the cyclone. Oh, no, by the sand thing. I don't know what I'm missing. I've been back in there. I've reread everything that's on the walls there. I've had a look around. Checked it for quantum material. But there's just nothing else on any of these towers, you know? Only the one for the Black Hole Forge has got some extra bits underneath, but it's just information. There's nothing else there. The one for Giant's Deep just teleports us. There's no information in the one for Timber Hearth. It feels like that they don't, it just feels like in this game they don't put something like this tower, a broken tower here for no reason. You know? Like this one's usable. And the other one should be usable too. You know, I've read this. Oh, wait. Oh, no. No. The cacti, what don't disappear because they're not quantum. It's got to do something. I might not even put this in the video. Like I've recorded over the last like kind of 4 or 5 episodes. I've recorded so many bits like this, where I feel like this isn't. I'm gonna edit this out because I'm not gonna find anything. Because I've looked through this tower already, but it's the only thing here that doesn't do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's the only thing here that doesn't work. Only thing that's broken. Don't do that, you might die. Let's get out of his way. On a side note, I think I've made the right choice to wait to play Cyberpunk in a few months post-release. A bunch of the reviews saying that there's quite a lot of bugs. I think I made the correct decision. Still think the game's going to be amazing, but so this is the busted one. I actually remembered some lyrics from a song by Busted then. It's never happened before in my life. There's nothing here, man. At the same time, maybe we need to... I mean, what could we utilize the sand... tornado thing for? What could we actually utilize it for? Could we use it somehow? I mean, it just sucks us back to Ember Twin, right? I've not really found any cracks or something like that they said a slight crack would ruin the effectiveness of the Ash Twin Project's protective bubble. Whoa, where's my ship? Guys. Why am I even talking? This is... This is just... I'm just spinning my wheels. Reveal your secrets. Oh, that's the wrong one. The problem is, like, that if I keep wasting time like this, you know? So there's no way we can stand in here unless we, even if we park our ship on the top, it's not going to do anything. What's the spell that in Harry Potter? What's when Harry first gets the map off the Weasley twins, and Snape finds him. Was it reveal your secrets? I need that spell right now. I really need that spell. Okay. So I can't go in there because we get sucked up. That one leads back to Ember Twin. If I'm stood here, nothing happens. Is there some way in, dude? But it's like, even if we get that thing to work, it's just going to teleport us somewhere that's not here, right? Do your worst. Okay, so that does nothing. Just kind of float there. Ow. What am I supposed to do? This tower does something. This tower does something. It's not here for no reason. Everything in this game is there for a reason. Absolutely everything. There's no way to use this pad. No way. Alright, so hang on, that's right. If we stand under the bridge, the small bridge that connects the towers, then maybe we'd be able to use. No, but we're just going to get sucked up, even if we're in the middle of it, right? Alright, alright. That's what I'm going to try. Because we were stood here and we didn't get affected by it, and when we're right in the eye of it, maybe it's not as strong, and we can use the pad because then it'll be lined up with the Ember Twin. Man, when you say these theories, like when I was taking the warp cores to the vessel, or taking the vessel's core to the high energy lab, I was like, this must work. This is so logical. It just didn't work at all. But maybe if we're in the eye of this thing, we're free to use the pad, maybe. I feel like I've already tried that and it didn't work, because we're not going to be in the middle of it when we run over there. See? The game's crashed. Oh man. Come on, game. I'm never going to finish this game, guys. Task manager, save me. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm back. That's actually my first hard crash with this game. Not that you should expect any game to crash. But... So, there has to be a way for this to work. There has to be for... call me crazy, but it looked like it was glowing then. And that's when the game crashed. The game doesn't want me to leave. Solon wants me to be her permanent friend. I'm down for that, but... I don't think that makes a very good video. The Adventures of Matt and Solon. An unlikely romance. So maybe it's not lined up correctly. If we stand in there initially, maybe we have to buy a bit of time and then run in. But it's difficult to stay on the floor, right? Reveal yourself. Honestly, this is probably going to get edited out, so why am I even talking? Just going to get descended onto a cacti. Keep my O2 topped up. Okay, it's clear. Just. So we wait under the bridge and then we see if these things light up. Wait, is this the broken one? Guys, we are inside. Holy shit. Watch me teleport right back out. I really don't believe that worked, guys. The masks. The masks are here. "8 minutes and 27 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Masks receiving data from probe tracking module, giant steep memory statue, and timber hearth memory statue. 14 minutes until end of cycle transmission." Oh my. Got nothing to put in. I imagine we'll find something. Hello, masks. Which one's Gabbro? Are you Gabbro? Okay, we've got a lot to learn here. Okay, guys, brace yourselves. Yarrow. Today we finish the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet. The Ash Twin Project. Powerful enough to send information back in time. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab, said Pi. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging, said Coleus. We need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here, said Raimi. Yeah, because it kind of spins like this when you look through those things. Yarrow. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis, said Cassava. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis, said Poke. The cores should have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point, said Yarrow, is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Yarrow, our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well, and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, said Yarrow, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? Phlox and Daz, said Yarrow, finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude, said Raimi. This was the project's most difficult task, in more ways than one. Yeah, the most immoral one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project, said Yarrow. Here is what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. I understand everything now. Right, so they were blowing up the sun because they would be able to not blow it up once they found the eye of the universe. But they never in fact triggered the supernova because it didn't work. The Sun Station didn't work, and then they got wiped out by the interloper. And then when the supernova, when the sun actually went supernova, 250,000 years later, that's triggered the Ash Twin project now. Okay. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station, said Pi. To generate more of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way, said Raimi, to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished, said Idea. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, said Pi, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system, and we're anxious to explore it, said Yarrow. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Got all sorts of different stones here. Raimi. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds, otherwise I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, said Phlox, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. We read this on Giant's Deep, right? We probably read all these entries before. Let's just check what... Whoa, Matt. So maybe... Yeah, we've likely seen all these already. It's because these are just planetary ones. Let's just double check. I have good news, Yarrow, said Clary. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I'm intrigued, love. Everyone here is... Yeah, we have read all this. Yeah, no it isn't. It's everything well at the Forge. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervy. Yeah, we read this at the Forge. Let's just double check. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Weno. This ore should be the last we need. We've read this. Right, we've read all these. We read all these in different places and different locations. Right, so what the hell is this? Artificial gravity control. Okay, so why would we turn that off? What can we oh god. What can we access? You are about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. How long have we got left? How long have we got left in the loop, guys? I think we need to come back on another loop. I feel like if we go and check... No. Yeah, we've got 9 minutes. I think we need to restart the loop. Okay, guys, we know how to get in. We know how to get in. Can't believe it was that simple, man. Right. We're going to meditate to the next loop. We're going to go back in because we were reading all that stuff, right? That takes a bit of time. We're going to go in. We're going to go straight there. We're going to turn the core off. You know what's mad about this is that I have to get to I need to take the core to Dark Bramble, right? That's surely what this is. If I die to the fish, that means we're dead, right? That's the end of the game, right? That is the end of the game. If I get killed by the anglerfish, that's surely what it means. Because we're going to be deactivating the project, so we're not going to be able to go back in the time loop, right? It's not a time loop. Because without the Ash Twin project turned on, there is no time loop. I don't know how hard they'll be with that, because that is essentially permadeath, right? Would they do that? Ugh, let's just read the ship's log anyway. A hollowed out chamber inside the ash twin. The energy cables from the surface are plugged into a protective casing at the center of the planet. There are 8 monoliths with Nomai masks attached. 3 of the masks are actively receiving data from the probe tracking module Giant's Deep and Timber Hearth respectively. The Ash Twin project was designed to use the energy from a supernova triggered by the Sun Station to send probe data from the orbital probe cannon 22 minutes into the past. The Sun Station did not work. Although the Ash Twin project was theoretically sound, the Nomai were unable to power it. There is an advanced warp core inside the protective casing at the center of the planet. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Jesus. Oh man. What are we gonna... Oh man. This is nuts. So this is essentially ending the game, right? As soon as we remove this core, this loop is it. We cannot go back, right? And if I get eaten by anglerfish on the way to the vessel, that's it, guys. This whole journey's over. I'm gonna have to restart the game, which doesn't really matter. Except I'd have to go and get the launch codes again, right? Going to the wrong planet, Matt. I guess the timing wouldn't have been that much different, but I spent all that time reading, so it seemed pretty important. But maybe the Eye of the Universe is, if we got to the Eye of the Universe, I feel like it's a real self-fulfilling prophecy at this point, that I'm going to get eaten by anglerfish while I've got the real core after all those trips that I made. Oh no, I did get eaten when I had the other cores. Alright guys, I'm going to cut. I'll cut to when I get back inside the Ash Twin project. Boom. Right. Quick as we can. Get the core. How long have we got? Got 14 minutes. Jesus. Got 14 minutes to get to Dark Bramble. Find the get past the anglerfish. Find the vessel. Get the coordinates inputted. That must be what we're supposed to do with this. Imagine if I'm supposed to take it to the high energy lab or something. Turn you off. Yes, yes. Surely that matches. Yeah, that matches. We've got it, guys. We're going to the vessel. Where's the ship? Imagine if I let the ship get blown away. We're doing it, guys. This would be a really bad time to fly into the sun. Like the worst time. God damn it, sun. I'm flying right past it. I'm not taking any chances. This music would... I don't know. I think just because we've got the core, we might not be going to the right place with it. Man, if these fish do something to me now, well, guys, I'll be so devastated. It's gonna happen. I can feel it. We have to follow the signal, though, right? We still have to follow the ship signal. Imagine if the anglerfish are attracted to warp cores. Or the warp cores make ambient noise. Game, don't crash on me now. We're essentially doing a speed run now. Oh, I'm bricking it. I am bricking it. God, how many people have ruined their playthroughs? I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter. All you'd have to do is just restart and it wouldn't matter, right? Because you have the knowledge, but it'd be a shame. It'd be such a shame. It's usually about 800 meters it hits. Got him. Right, here we go, guys. This is the big moment. Dealing with these anglerfish. Okay. Okay, let's steady the ship here. Going a bit slow. I'm gonna hit the tooth. Please don't. How long do we wait? Are we even moving? The thing is, the one that's directly in front of us is a fish as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna give it 25. Go in. Oh no. Oh god, I crashed the ship as well. Can you believe it, guys? Eat it, fish. Oh wow, what is going to happen? I mean, we're going to the eye, right? This will make the coordinate input work, surely. We're doing it. We're doing it. Where are I've got the coordinates written down. We've got gravity. I have some coordinates to input, sir. Alright, alright. Damn it! Imagine if the game crashes now. Please don't do this to me. How do I initiate it? It's a warp drive, of course. It's the eye. What do we do, guys? We just go. Oh, the door's locked. Do the doors open automatically? What the hell do we do? Can we fly the ship? Wow, we're here. What do you mean unknown? The eye of the universe. Is that the moon? That's our... Can't pick up the signal from here. Oh, this is so eerie. So we're going to be making contact. We're going to be merging with the eye. Are we going to be the first ever people to do this? Man, this is so scary. I thought Giant's Deep was bad. Yeah, this is pitch. Yeah, there's all sorts of quantum matter coming and going here. Are we gonna teleport if we turn the lights on and off here? We want to move towards the center, right? We're here. Just like the one on the moon, but this isn't a representation. What do we do? Do we try and go through? Here we go. Oh! What is this place? It's merged with our consciousness. The Nomai never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, the Harthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. Outer Wilds Ventures was founded by Feldspar, Ghosan, Slate and Hornfels to explore a solar system at the end of the universe. Like a representation of us, right? Nothing but darkness. Nothing on the tables, nothing to observe. Of all the life forms who will perish in the oncoming death of the universe, we will miss the anglerfish the least. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity, and then exploded in a violent supernova. The Nomai who came to our solar system were following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it the deadly substance we called ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system almost instantly and without warning. Hornfels' observations. This is incredible. At first, I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies, and this image just covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. That's the same as it was in the real world. This is odd. According to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. If that's true, was everything closer together in the past? And how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? We might very well be there, mate. Observe. The end of the universe. All the stars are exploding. Or turning supernova, rather. And we're stranded. The representation of Timbahar. We just destroyed one, didn't we? These are galaxies. These are solar systems. Okay, so whether we initiate it or not, they're all gonna end on their own anyway. It's the end. Suppose it could be a beginning. Quantum matter. Tree starts to die and eventually turns to firewood and turns to ash. Okay. I mean, what else do you do at the end of the universe? Oh, we got a chair. Esker. Do you hear music? Ryback. So maybe our memories could become a part of this now? Maybe that means Solanum could be a part of it too. Just a banjo with no one playing it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, maybe I need to let it slowly decay. Guess it's all quantum matter, right? Hey, Ryback. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for this next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush, take your time. Might not even exist here. Let's go get Chert. Okay, that's unsettling. Okay. Oh! No, you don't. No. Why would you do this? You evil fish. That's new. Hey, little feldspar. Hatchling, you found me. Nice to have company around a campfire, isn't it? Go on. Go get the others. Wouldn't want them to miss out. Jesus! Okay, let's try and get this one first then. Oh no, Gabbro! Even your poems. In the ancient glade. I don't know how we're supposed to get Chert. Maybe need to fire. Hey, Gabbers. Hey, time pal. So you're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. How are we supposed to do this? I don't know how I did that. Hey, Chert. The stars were beautiful, weren't they? Even if our star is what ultimately killed us. I'll wait here and remember them while you gather everybody. Now we've got a mysterious piano playing. The Nomai. Oh. Oh. Huh. Just you left, buddy. Guys? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so we go on board. Can we go? Alright. We've got the mask. We've got... Is that Solanum? All our friends. Conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. Is it time to find out? I think it is Solanum. This song is new to me, but I'm honoured to be a part of it. Should I begin? Yeah, go on, Ryback. Go on, Gabbers. Let's do it. Hit the harmonica feldspar. Let's get the percussion going, chat. Can't do this without a bit of whistling, Esker. Do we have to enter? Whoa. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around the campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. Even if it's over now, I had a good time learning, but I think the rules are about to change. I learned a lot by the end of everything. The past is past now, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's never really gone completely. The future is always built on the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's time for something new now. You cut it a little close, don't you think? Well, it worked out alright in the end, I suppose. I hope there are beasties in the next one. I'll tell you what, this has been really fun. And I got to help make something pretty cool, so I've got no complaints. I mean, not me exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? I believe we've reached the end of our journey. All that remains is to collapse the innumerable possibilities before us. Are you ready to learn what comes next? I think I am, Solomon. I admire your curiosity, friend. Let's find out together. Oh god, it's a damn masterpiece, guys. Absolute masterpiece. Just gonna let these credits roll. I don't think I can turn my my camera off without alt tabbing, so. Oh man. Bravo, man. Bravo. Wow, what a special game, guys. I had a feeling it was going to be good, but you just don't know, do you? They're hitting us with all these amazing songs at the end here. Only thing I wish I hadn't done was I wish I hadn't watched the trailer because it had that song from the ending in. I don't know why they did that. Oh. I haven't had an experience like this, you know. I don't know. It combines a lot of sensations from not from other things, but it's just such a unique, true video game story experience, right? Like, you can't get this experience with other mediums. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the experience you get in certain other high-class games has a cinematic quality, or has, you know, the quality of a novel or a television series. You know, that this is so quintessential. This is such a quintessential game experience, you know? I think that's why it's so special, because you can't recreate this in another medium, right? You know, and anyone who wants to say that the games can't tell stories like a film can, like a play, or like a good book, like, just puts all that to rest, you know, because this is the quintessential video game storytelling right here. Discovery, right? You know, I want to do like a proper just little review and discussion at the end here, you know, because I want to talk about this game. You know, I need to do this justice. But man, like, I can't talk. I'm just cracking up here. Hit me with the bonfire. What? 14.3 billion years later. Universe reborn. It's all come back round. A new species roasting the marshmallows. Hit me with the bonfire, man. Oh man, more glorious game, guys. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I think what I'm gonna do, probably gonna go away, cry a bit, and then I'll come back. I'll make some notes. We'll have a little review style discussion, and we'll gush, chat about just everything this game does so well. I don't know if it's even going to be that long, but because it's what it does is so simple, right? But all right, guys, that brings us to the end. So yeah, a lovely ending that makes sense for everything we've learned, the end of the universe and the rebirth of the universe. You know, it kind of falls into the line of the science that they've based this on, and then, you know, built certain fictional parts around that. And you know, that is the belief that once the universe is expanded to a certain amount, that, you know, it will contract and come back in on itself, and then it will eventually start expanding again. And I believe that that's the science behind it anyway, and that's what we saw. And as we kind of merged with the eye of the universe, our personal experience and our friends kind of, I don't know whether they were manifestations of our memories or if they actually got pulled in. I think it would be more likely that they were manifestations of our memories rather than the actual people appearing in the eye of the universe with us. But yeah, a lovely ending, quite emotional. The music really hits, and yeah, just a perfect ending really to what has been an absolutely wonderful experience in the Outer Wilds. I can't really compliment this game enough just for everything that it's done, and for it to be, you know, a small indie title that was only like a 2 GB download. I know that doesn't affect how good a game is, the file size, but you know, there's so much in here and it's so rich. And you know, I'll make this a review, but it really is quite simple to break this game down, isn't it? I don't think it requires as much of a detailed review or breakdown as some other games do, just because it's so simple, right? And it's just joyous exploration, and it respects the intelligence of the player and allows them to solve a mystery at their own pace with no gimmicks. I just think, yeah, it does it perfectly. It's quintessential. I think I said said to one of you in the comments that it's quintessential video game storytelling, where you can't do this in other mediums, or at least I can't think of another medium you can do this in, where it's all about your agency and solving the mystery. You know, you can't do this in film, you can't do this in prose, you can't do this in TV, you can't do this on the stage, you know, where you're thrust right into this and you have to put it all together. There's no hand holding, and you know, there's instructions and there's helping bits like in the ship's log, but yeah, this is like pure video game storytelling. Whereas there's other things that have elements that they take from cinema, from TV, from prose. You know, they take elements from it. But this feels like a pure video game storytelling, where player agency really is key, and yeah, it really respects the player's intelligence, which I really appreciate. And I'm sure I wasn't behaving particularly intelligently at times. I apologise for forgetting button prompts and not solving puzzles first time occasionally and stuff like that. But it cultivates this this feeling of discovery and intrigue, which is interestingly, if you ever get taught how to teach, that is the way you're taught to teach science, is to discovery is the key thing. If you like trying to teach kids science, it's important that there's a discovery involved, and I think that's what this game does really well. That it just prioritizes discovery, you know, and then on top of that we had the history element where we were learning about the Nomai and their story from 250,000 years earlier. And one thing it really reminded me of, it's nothing like this game, but it really reminded me of some of the thing I enjoyed the most in Horizon Zero Dawn, where you're looking back at humans who have existed thousands of years earlier. You're even using some of their technology, and you're piecing together the story of what went wrong for them, and they were much more advanced than you are now. And I got that same joy and just fever for discovery that I got while playing that game. But here it's kind of increased even more because there's just that added element of freedom. And there's no kind of RPG light kind of like bullshit that you get in a lot of games, upgrading stuff, gating things behind abilities that you might pick up later. You have all the tools available to you from minute one. Once you've got the launch codes, you can do anything. And I mean, I guess that cuts down the replayability of the story in a way, but I don't think that matters. I think like that just means the first experience needs to be good. I think it was. I think if I would have got eaten by the anglerfish with the warp core, that might have dampened things a little bit. But imagine that's happened to people. But yeah, and that the music, the sound design was all really well done. They created, each planet had its own like atmosphere. Like Dark Bramble was really eerie and quiet and tense. It had the fog. We had the kind of ominous sounds in the distance, really echoey, and Brittle Hollow felt kind of calm but also dangerous because of the black hole. It felt quite alien, didn't it, with the black hole and the gravity, the changing gravity that the Nomai put on walking on the ceilings, and all those elements. Giants Deep with the water felt very close, didn't it, with the tornadoes and the water everywhere and the moving islands. It felt very alive, and the feeling of going through the atmosphere, through the clouds and seeing it for the first time felt like a real adventure. And the Hourglass Twins feel very dry, feel very hot, close to the sun or the sand. And Timber Half with its trees, with its more nature filled environment, it was all really well done. And we had all our companions scattered through with the music helping us find them. And yeah, they all had their own cute little personalities. And yeah, it was just all just really incredible. And I don't know, I've been trying to think of any complaints or anything I would have wanted done better or different, and I just really can't think of anything. I think maybe you could say, would it have been better with voice acting for the Harthians, or if when you translated the Nomai text, if you actually heard the conversation, would that have made it any better? I don't know if it would. I don't think it would have changed much, being pure reading and everything really took me back to my teenage years, growing up playing Final Fantasy, where it was all text. And there's something to that, where you kind of fill it in. I know I said it stands on its own as a video game experience, but it adds that element of reading a good novel, where you're filling in certain bits rather than it all being in full detail. You're kind of putting your own spin on it, maybe your own voices for the characters in your head, something like that. You give it your own kind of personal atmosphere, which makes it feel a little bit closer to you in a way when you put your own imagination on top of the text. And there was no combat, no violence, which which further kind of enhances that sense of discovery, right? Obviously, there are threats in the world. There's the threat of you yourself dying, whether it's from crashing the ship, driving it into the sun, getting eaten by an anglerfish. But, you know, there's not that adversarial thing that you get so used to in games. And yeah, there were multiple reasons to explore each location, you know? It wasn't just like, you need to go here and do this. Like, each place had different mysteries. It had different phases of Nomai history that we were discovering, right? There was, because there were several generations that existed on this solar system. Whether it was the first generation who crashed here, who were just trying to establish themselves, or like the second and third generation who were more focused on finding the eye of the universe and building the warp cores and building the whole structure here. You know, there were layers to the Nomai story, and kind of discovering how the intricacies of each planet, of each area, like the kind of rules of physics that were at play there. It all worked so seamlessly, and I can't really compliment it enough. You know, it had gave me nice reminders of certain films, certain moments from certain films, like in Interstellar, where they land on the water planet. That's in time compression. Giants Deep reminded me a bit of that, not too specific, just give me a reminder of that. The bit in Sunshine where I think they see a solar flare or something and they all watch that. Being on the sun station really reminded me of that. And like I said about Horizon Zero Dawn, and similar good feeling that I got from Death Stranding a little bit, where, you know, you're not actively trying to kill people. It's more like the exploration is important. Very different games, but yeah, just so many just joyous feelings all the way through the game. Thanks to all of you for coming along on the journey. This has been a really good experience. Each experience, when you upload playthroughs, like, each experience is a bit different, and this has been a really, really good one. This is kind of the kind of experience which is why I wanted to start doing playthroughs in the first place, where, you know, you all just kind of enjoy the experience. The reason, you know, I like watching playthroughs because it's a vicarious experience, you know, particularly with a game like this where you're never going to get that first experience with this game again. But going along with someone else doing it for the first time, you kind of get that back a little bit, you know. And you know, it's been really nice talking to you all, and no one's been like, you need to do this way. It's just been a really nice experience. So yeah, thanks, whether you've been watching as it's been going up or you come into it a bit later. It's just, I've really enjoyed it, because with some games people really think that there's a certain, you know, singular way to experience things, and, you know, it's nice to have interpretations and stuff like that, and yeah, I really appreciated that. So I don't think there's really much more I need to say as like a review on the game. This has been one of the best games I've ever played, I have to say that. It's one of the best games I've played on the channel, that's for damn sure. I'm really thinking about what they're going to do next. It's Mobius, isn't it, who made the game? But yeah, it's been a great journey. I hope it wasn't too frustrating when I don't push the right buttons at times flying the ship, or I forget controls. But yeah, that just happens when you're playing, right? I think I got everything. There's maybe a few kind of extra things maybe that I didn't do, maybe chasing the probe or messing around in the high energy lab, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this experience, guys. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Let me know your thoughts and interpretations about everything in the ending. The ending actually, did remind me a little bit of, I don't know if any of you have played Antechamber, a puzzle game. Not as much of a narrative as this, but it has a kind of a mystery at the center of it, and the ending felt a little bit similar to that, like a very epic crescendo of an ending. Felt a bit similar to this, a little bit, not too similar, because they're very different games, but just reminded me a little bit of that as well. And yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. I'm going to be playing Rime next, next few days or whatever, should be starting that. It's like a lovely game as well, so maybe you'll join me for that one. If you haven't already, guys, don't forget to subscribe so you can join Clan Drummond and see more playthroughs of story-based games like this. And just remember, everybody, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.